Hello friends, welcome back to BMS Notes-Simplified, and if you are new to this channel, my name is Dr. Apoorva, and in this channel we discuss about various BMS syllabus related topics in the form of simplified notes. So if you like this video, then please give it a big thumbs up and please share and subscribe to this channel. So as you are aware, this is a Vatavyadhi English series that is going on. So in the earlier video we have discussed about Sandhigat Vata in English, and in this video we will be discussing about 4 types of Vatavyadhis, that is Akshepaka, apatantraka, apatanaka and dandapatanaka. So it's going to be a very small video, but I didn't want to cover too many topics in one single video so as not to confuse you. So we'll be covering just these 4 topics in this one video. So now let us get into the video. So usually these 4 diseases are not asked for long answer questions or 15-mark questions. They are usually asked for 2 marks or 4 to 5 marks questions as short answer ones. But if together they are asked, they could contribute to a bigger answer also. So could be included in LAQ, but most probably they are usually asked for the SAQ types. So what is Akshepaka? In Akshepaka, the Vata gets vitiated or prakupit. The Vata becomes prakupit due to its own causes, what we call as swakaran. So the Vata gets vitiated due to its own causes, and then it becomes ashrit or dependent on the dhamnis. Dhamnis are the arteries. So the Vata gets vitiated and then becomes ashrit on dhamnis, and then the body gets frequent convulsions. So there are convulsions or akshep, and hence the condition is called Akshepaka. So here I have written dhamnis as arteries, but it's not arteries, they are actually the vatvahi dhamnis, that is the nerves. Alright, so what is the meaning of Akshepa? Akshepa is convulsions. So if just imagine if a person is sitting on an elephant, and when the elephant moves, how the body of the person moves, the one who's sitting on the elephant, how it moves, the same way the body of a person who's suffering from Akshepak, it also makes the same kind of movements. So this is kind of an example they have given here, how you can relate to the movements that are happening in the body with someone who's suffering from Akshepak. Now that's what I said earlier, that the dhamnis here are not arteries, they are vatvahi dhamnis or nerves. Now according to the avastha bhed or the condition, Akshepaka can be categorized into 2 types. So what are the 2 types? They are apatantraka and apatanaka. So these categories are according to the avastha bhed or the condition. Alright, so now let's discuss each of these types in a little bit of detail. Alright, so now let's see what is an apatantraka. So what happens in apatantraka is when the vata is vitiated and it moves to the urdhva bhag or the upper part of the body, then it results in pain in the hriday, or we call it heart. So it results in the pain in the hriday or shira pradesh, that is head, and shankha pradesh, that is the temples. So when the vata is vitiated, it causes pain in these body parts, and it causes the person to bend like a bow. So you have seen a bow and arrow, right? So the person bends like a bow in the curve shape. So this is an MCQ. It can be asked in many entrance exams, that what the person looks like, or how does a person bend in apatantraka. So he bends like a bow. Okay. So now after this, what happens? The convulsions and the unconsciousness, they start to develop. So the person starts getting frequent convulsions and he also becomes unconscious. Okay. Now there is shwasakruchitra as well, that means there is breathlessness or there is dyspnea. The person cannot breathe properly. The eyes are closed or half closed. This is an MCQ. This is asked in exams, that whether the eyes are closed or half closed, in which kind of condition. And in the state of unconsciousness, the patient moves like a pigeon. So these are all similes, or we can call, they are like comparatives, like what we call tulana, right? So these are comparative examples given in most of the diseases. Here you see, like earlier it was given about the elephant, now it is like a pigeon. So this is just for us to understand that in the state of unconsciousness, the patient makes movements like a pigeon, and this type of Akshepak is called apatantraka. So this is about apatantraka a little bit in detail, that there is a pain in heart and shira pradesh and shankha pradesh, which is because of the vitiated vata, and the person bends like a bow, he gets frequent convulsions and becomes unconscious. There is dyspnea or shwaskrichita, the eyes are closed or half closed, and the person moves like a pigeon, and this type of Akshepaka is called apatantraka. So if you are asked a question for 2 mark or a short answer question, you will write everything till here. Alright, so now what happens in apatanaka? Apatanaka is a more serious stage of apatantraka only. So this is an MCQ. What is apatanaka and what is apatantrak? So apatanaka is the more serious stage of apatantrak. Now in this condition what happens? Eyes completely, they are unable to see. Now in the earlier condition, in the apatantrak, we have seen that the eyes could be fully closed or half closed, but in this condition the eyes are completely unable to see. There is a total loss of vision and there is complete sangyanash. Complete loss of consciousness is there. Also kanthakujana begins. So this is an important sign and symptom of apatanak, that there is kanthakujana. So you will get an MCQ about this, that kanthakujana is a symptom of which disease. So it is apatanak and not apatantrak. Now apatantraka causes frequent convulsions and it is considered as an extremely darun or an agonizing disease. It's an extremely painful disease. The person is in extreme agony. That's why it is called as a darun disease. Okay. Now according to some tantrakaras, the apatanak is of 4 types. Now what are the 4 types? The 4 types are dandapatanaka, abhyantarayam, bahirayam and aghataj. So abhyantarayam and bahirayam, they together are considered as dhanustambha, which we will discuss in next video. So these are the 4 types of apatanak: dandapatanaka, abhyantarayam, bahirayam and aghataj. So now if you are asked about apatantrak, you can just write what part there is about apatantrak and then stop. But if you are asked about apatanak, then you have to write about apatantrak as well and then about apatanak up till here, because apatanak is just a serious form of apatantrak. So you will have to describe about apatantrak as well first, and then you have to come to apatanak. So if it is only about apatantrak, the starting part is sufficient. But if it is about apatanak, then starting from apatantrak till here, everything you will have to write for 4 marks to 5 marks. Alright, so we'll see about dandapatanaka in a little bit detail, and then abhyantarayam and bahirayam or the dhanustambha, we will cover it in the next video. So in dandapatanaka, what happens? The kafayukta vayu, it coats all the vatvahi dhamnis. What are vatvahi dhamnis? The nerves. So the kafayukta vayu, it coats all the nerves, and that causes the body to become stiff and straight like a wooden log. So how a wooden log is stiff and straight, the same way the body of the person becomes very stiff and straight. And that is why this condition is called dandapatanaka. Danda is a wooden log. It is a straight and stiff wooden log. So that's why this condition is known as dandapatanaka. Now according to Charak Samhita, dandapatanaka is an asadhya type of disease. It cannot be cured. It is an extremely darun, what we have seen earlier. It is an agonizing disease and it is incurable. So if you are asked about dandapatanaka, this is a small answer that you will be writing. You won't be asked for more than 2 marks about this. So this much is sufficient about dandapatanaka. So guys, this was a small video about Akshepaka, Apatantrak, Apatanaka and Dandapatanaka. These questions are usually not asked for long answer ones. These are just small answer questions, but nevertheless they carry 2 marks, 4 marks, 5 marks, which are very essential when the total marks are considered. So it's a good idea to memorize these as well. And I hope that you found this video useful. If you liked it, then please hit the like button and please share these videos with your friends and classmates. Also please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Now in the next video we will see about dhanustambha, that is abhyantarayam and bahirayam. We'll also see pranayam, akshepak sadhya sadhyatva, chikitsa, pathya apatya, akshepak according to the modern science, and also dhanurvat, that is tetanus. So please consider subscribing to this channel, and if you want special notes on any particular topic, or you want me to prepare any particular topic video, then please do mention so in the comment sections, or please reach out to me via email. I'll try to make a video on it as soon as possible. So I'll see you soon with the next video in the Vatavyadhi English series. Until then, bye bye and take care.